Hello. Hi, everyone. Nobody's here, but hello. Yeah, I have not made a video in a long time. And apparently, I have been listening to a lot of Alexis and Tobias, the No Show. And I'm sure, pretty sure, if you follow non duality or Advaita Vedanta or the Tony Parsons type of speaker, then you will probably for sure have heard of Alexis Knight, I believe her name is Alexis Knight and Tobias Ricardo, and now they have come together, forming a powerful duo of love and light. And they are great and funny and kind and wise and so articulate. And even though this is nothing, they are able to speak about this nothing with such great devotion and poeticism, which might beg the question, why in the heck am I making a video then when they are already doing it? And of course, the answer is, for all you non-duality people, I am not doing anything. There's no chooser and there's no choice. Things just appear to appear. So this is appearing to happen. There's no free will. I take no accountability in whatever's happening. That's a joke, actually. For those of you that may or may not know, I do teach technical English. And so I'm always talking about accountability, cause and effect, consequences, safety, awareness, paying attention. And that's a little bit funny. But that's the dualistic aspect of non-duality. What? What did he just say? He didn't say anything. But yeah, in the apparent dream, in the apparent world, in the apparent relative nature of what is appearing, of course, there is that dance of what we would call probably duality, even though it's not. So good, bad, right, wrong, safe, unsafe, aware, unaware. So obviously, and it just happens again, there's no one doing anything. There's no one behind any of these words or any actions anywhere. It's pure innocence. Pure innocence. But according to the role given to this body is talking about safety, health, safety, environment. And in the story of being a me, the me, of course, wants to protect itself and protect the body and protect the environment, which would be the company in this case, and the people around, the other people around, the objects around the subject, basically. So no intention, no goal here, nothing to say. No time, no space. You can't waste time because there isn't time. But again, in the dream, you might say, you're wasting time. You're just sitting there. You're not doing anything. You should do something. And we have become addicted to doing. There is being, we could say, being and doing. And being is just being. And doing, of course, is apparent doing. And I think it's safe to say that a lot of people, especially in this day and age, don't like to, well, they like to relax. They like to chill and Netflix and whatnot. People definitely like to relax and do nothing in a way, but they want to, while they're doing nothing, they also want to be entertained. If it's too much nothing, then it becomes boring, and maybe scary, or maybe depressing. There's nothing to do. There's nowhere to go, no one to be with. So for sure, the me or the mind, neither one exists, by the way, but we could say that that contracted energy, whatever that illusion is that's not appearing, but is sort of this, it likes to be entertained. The apparent me energy likes drama. It likes that whole, like a good story, right? So there's characters, there's conflict, there's what do you call it at the very top? The climax, I guess. Yeah, the climax, and then the resolution, and then back to neutrality, and then again another problem appears, And apparently it is solved, hopefully or not. Maybe more problems appear. Who really knows? Who cares? That's a joke for someone who's probably never going to see this. But anyways, yeah, so this is all just appearing to appear. It's a dance. No one's doing the dance. Nothing's happening. And yet, of course, whoa, interesting timing. Did you hear that? Bing, at the same time. Good reminder to turn off my ringer. Yeah, so of course, the body is full of sensations, nerve endings, apparently. And so this body wants to feel pleasure. Every human body, every physical organism wants to feel good. It doesn't want to feel bad. It wants to feel pleasure. It doesn't want to feel pain. It prefers liking as opposed to disliking. It prefers to be happy and light. I almost said gay, but in the old definition of gay, gay's okay. I'm just saying, just a joke. But anyways, yeah, the body doesn't tend to want to feel heavy or depressed, or it wants a clear mind, a light mind, something like that. So Nisargadatta again, he said, life is a river that flows between the banks of pain and pleasure, and pain and pleasure, and and pain and pleasure. And basically you get what you want, and then you don't get what you want, and then you get what you want, and you don't get what you want. And many people are not just passively sort of waiting to see, oh, will I get what I want? No, a lot of people are very ambitious, even aggressive, trying to get what they want. They're trying to crawl their way up to the top of the corporate ladder, or crawl in between the people to get their Starbucks coffee, or, or whatever the case may be. Wherever desire is taking them, basically. I desire this. I want this because I believe if I get it, I will feel better. I will feel fulfilled, at least for 5 seconds. And then, of course, that feeling will dissipate, and then emptiness will remain, and then perhaps again another desire will appear, another attempt to fill this emptiness, to fill this void, to have a better experience, basically. So the me really is, in that sense, a rejection of what is, because what is already everything. And yet the me can't see that. It can't perceive it. It can't experience everything, because the me energy, by definition, is that contracted subject energy. And so everything else, so I am here and now, and everything else is there and then. And there is a feeling of separation. And then therefore there's a feeling of lack, that this isn't enough. And the me, of course, wants to continue. It wants to survive. And so really, if the me doesn't have that oppositional energy, it will basically, it could, in theory, collapse. It needs some kind of a push and pull, some kind of a conflict, some kind of a drama in order to continue. It needs judgment. I am better than you, and you are better than me, and this should be that way, and it shouldn't be that way. And so it's always sort of wrestling with what is. And then it wonders why it's not happy. I'm sure you've heard, I won't remember all of it, but basically, I think it's Nisargadatta. Yes, I love Nisargadatta. He says, we want peace. Oh, Lord, please, I want peace, I want peace. But then we're actively working towards war. And of course, that's very evident these days. You can look around and see, politicians and pundits and, religious speakers saying, oh, we want peace, but yet we're doing a very good job of destroying the planet. Bravo us. We're doing a very good job of not creating peace, creating war, conflict, fighting, violence. Yeah, and it's not pretty, but it's still what is. And this is the unconditional love and the unconditional freedom of what is, the nature of what is that everything is allowed. It's already been allowed, you could say, because it's here. It's appearing. If it were not allowed, it would not appear. But guess what? It's appearing. So war is allowed. It must be, because here it is, right? War, crime, all the horrible things that the me doesn't want, It's apparently allowed because here it is, it's in the appearance. Now, you see, there's the absolute, all there is the absolute. But in the story, we can talk about absolute and relative. And for sure, in the relative, the me wants to control what is. And so if you tell it, it's only this way, it will react to that. It will try. These are the key words. It will try to do something, to make something happen. It will try to control this, to change this, to manipulate this in order that it feels good, actually. It's all very self-ish, full of self, full of me wanting to feel good. That's pretty pathetic, huh? But that's just the nature of what is. It's not actually happening. Nothing is happening. Only this is appearing to appear. Happening, um, basically happening, laundry. My laundry's done. So many things happening, see, but not happening. Happening implies that there are things, and one thing is happening in relationship to another, and also that there's a timeline, continuity, and change, and space, of course, within the things happening. But of course, all of that is an abstraction of what is, an abstraction of the totality. All there is wholeness. Pow. Wholeness. Pow. Everything is whole and complete. It's the ocean. It's the ocean. So there are no separate things. If you go to a movie, if you look at the movie, it looks maybe like separate things, a car chase and a good guy and a bad guy and a restaurant and a chair and whatnot, variety and difference. But if you just sort of stop for a moment and look, oh, it's actually all one image, one appearance on the screen. There aren't separate things. And of course, if you go close to the screen, you'll see that there aren't actually things there in the image, that it's only a play of light, which is appearing to appear. It's appearing to appear, but it's not real. It's not unreal either. It's beyond all sense of duality. It's just what is. It's just this, whatever is appearing to appear, not for anyone, because there isn't anyone. The entire appearance is empty of self. It's empty of everything. It's emptiness, shunyata. Shunyata. In Buddhism, the Heart Sutra says, form is emptiness, emptiness is form. Two sides of the same non-coin. Mafi coin. Mafi is Arabic for there isn't. No coin. There's just whatever is appearing to appear. No world. Show me the world. Where's the world? Body. Only an appearance. Energy, vibrations, sensations. It's only what is appearing to appear. This oneness which isn't even one. It's no thing appearing as this. We often hear nothing appearing as everything, but again, there isn't everything. There aren't things. There's just this. So it's nothing appearing as this. And even appearing makes it sound like two separate things. There aren't two. That's Advaita, not two, not even one. And Vedanta, the end of knowing, the end of a knower. All knowing is dualistic. I know this. I know this. I know that. And the me wants to know, but the me will never know that there isn't a me. The me will never understand or know or comprehend reality or this or everything or the universe. It's impossible. It's not difficult. It's impossible. The me will never know there isn't a me. So, nothing to say, really. No need to say anything, but saying can happen. Speaking, uttering, wording can happen. It's not really happening. It's just whatever is appearing to appear. Nothing to do, nowhere to go, no one to be, no shoulds. You should be this or you shouldn't be this. No, just what is appearing to appear. There isn't a you for which the shoulds would apply. Who? Who should be like this? Who shouldn't be like this? Who are we talking about? Me. We're talking about me. Okay, show me me. Show me me. Well, I can't find him right now, but I'll get back to you in a moment. There isn't a me. Show me the past. Where is the past? If you're not thinking about it, where is the past? Even if you are thinking about it, where is the past? But even more profound, if you realize that, oh, for a moment there, I wasn't thinking about the past. Where was it? In a way, it's only alive as thought, but thought is appearing as this, now, no now. But it's a memory, of course. I'm thinking about what I had for breakfast, but that thought is appearing as what is now. We'll say now, but there's no now. But it's not actually the past. You can't show someone the past. Okay, here's the past. No, you can show them a photograph of something that apparently happened in something called past. But that means that time is an appearance, but there's no continuity. Continuity is the illusion. Show me the future. It's not here yet. It'll be here in about 5 seconds. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, here's the future. Oh, it's not the future anymore. It's the now, but there's no now. So it's just this, whatever is appearing to appear. So past and future and timeline, they're not there. They are, continuity is an illusion. We only say no to that which is an illusion. When we say no to the self, we're not repressing the self or shaming the self or something ridiculous like that. We are exposing, who's the we? We are exposing the fact. We're exposing that there isn't a me. We're opening the curtains and finding out that nobody's inside. Oh, look at that. There's no one inside. No one in the brain pushing buttons or moving levers. Levers. British American, maybe. I don't know. Right? There's no one, no self. It's all pure innocence. And in the story, of course, it would appear that the me is trying to do the best it can based on what it is, which is nothing, but based on perhaps DNA, the body, based on conditioning in the apparent past, based on experiences that it has had, which have apparently affected its belief system. But remember, all of that is just a story about duality, about time, about change, and it's not actually happening. There isn't a past. You have never done anything because there isn't a you to have done it. And again, nothing is happening. This is no thing happening. This is emptiness, moving fingers, emptiness speaking. It doesn't matter whether or not you feel like a self or feel like a me. I really feel here. I feel like I'm here and now. This is me. Fine. Nothing needs to change. There isn't a problem. There's no existential problem. Me, no me, contraction, release, constricted, limited, vast, vibrant, it doesn't matter because it's not there to matter. There's no thing to matter. It's not like, oh, it doesn't matter. There's no thing to matter. There's no matter to matter. There's no matter to matter. There's only whatever is appearing to appear. And it's not appearing for anyone. This doesn't need a me in order to appear. But the me will never know that, because when the me disappears, of course it won't know that this didn't need it. And you don't need to take my word for it. You don't need to believe it or disbelieve it. It doesn't matter, actually. It's irrelevant. It's irrelevant. The me is irrelevant. My gosh, can you imagine? It does not want to hear that. The me thinks it is the center of the universe. I need to be here. If I'm not here, the universe won't function. Really? You know, I know a guy who said the same thing, and when he died, apparently the universe continued. Go figure. God has not fallen into a ditch. God is not in need of anything. And sorry to tell you, he's not waiting around for you to get your shit together. He's not waiting. God, if we want to speak about it that way, is fullness and completion. There's no goal, there's nothing lacking, there's nothing missing, no problem to be solved. So, there's no matter to matter. We could also say it this way, that things only matter to a me. For sure, you wouldn't say that all 8 billion bodies feel the same way about everything. No, it doesn't happen that way. People, of course, are divided by countries, by religion, by belief system, by preferences, by all kinds of things, by hobbies. So a footballer is not going to care about a basketballer, or the sport, rather, the sports. They're not going to feel the same way. It's just natural. The footballer will be crazy about football, and the basketballer, or soccer, the basketballer will be, a fanatic about basketball. And that's just what's appearing to appear. If you give a child a ball or a brick of gold, the child probably will go for the ball because he sees that the ball, in his eyes, has more value. This ball means something to me. I can have fun with this ball. I can move it around and throw it in the air. But the brick of gold, I can't do anything. It's heavy. I can't even push it. I can't even pick it up. What am I going to do with this thing? And it's too shiny. I can't even look at it. It's blinding. Blinded by the light. So the baby, anyone, what's your favorite, ice cream? Well, it's chocolate. So for you, chocolate has more value than the vanilla or the strawberry, which is true. Actually, chocolate does have more value than vanilla and strawberry. Or a car, anything, any object, of course, or person, right? Your children, your friends, your loved ones, It's right there in the title. They are the ones that you love. They are the ones receiving your love. Thumbs up. Did I do that? So yeah, it's a subjective experience. But inherently, this, as a dream, as an appearance, as a play of light, has no value. But that doesn't mean you just spit on it either. You do whatever you do. There's no saying how you will react to what is, how you will respond to what is. You are what is. There's no you and what is. There's only what is. There's only what is appearing. You may love what is. I love what is. You, you may despise what is. Oh, I can't stand it. You may want more of what is. Ooh, this is so good. I want more. I want more. Or you want something other. Nah, this isn't really for me. I want something other than what is. Again, in the story of variety and difference, but no separation, there is apparent choice. Apparently, it's not real. But this would never tell someone you don't have free will, because that's not what's being said, anyways. But this wouldn't also tell somebody you don't exist. There's no you in there. Let me open up your brain and show you that there's no one inside. Look in the mirror. Do you see anyone in there? No. It's not needed. Nothing is needed. Even that story I just told is a dualistic story about me and someone else, I and other. That's the illusion that there's two. There isn't two. There's only wholeness, fullness, totality, aliveness, impersonal aliveness, immediacy, equanimously this, appearing as this. That's the illusion. That's what people call Maya, the veil that's making it seem as if there were not just two bodies, but 8 billion bodies. There's only the appearance of 8 billion bodies. But they're not separate appearances. They're not separate things. There's only, if you will, one grand appearance. One appearance. But of course, now for this body doesn't see anyone else right now. I don't even see my dog and cat. I can see my cat, but my dog's underneath. So for this body, there's no one here. It's not looking at anyone. So if I got a call right now where somebody did appear and said, oh, let's talk about the 8 billion people, I would say, what? 8 billion people. I don't see 8 billion people. Oh, but they're there. It's not that I'm saying that they're not there. I'm just saying whatever is appearing to this body is what is the only thing that is appearing to this body. So in reality, this body, maybe that's why we like to go to stadiums where there's so many people, because we don't usually see so many people. I see my partner, I go to work, I see 20 students in a classroom. Maybe I see 100 people on campus at one time. I go into a staff room and see 15 people maybe. I don't see a lot of people. I would have to go to a large stadium in college football in America. I think U of M has a stadium with over 100,000 seats. So if I were to go to that game, then I could look around. It wouldn't be 8 billion, but I could look around and go, oh, wow, look at all 100,000 people, 100,000 bodies. But I will never be able to see 8 billion people. If you show me the planet, it'll only be a photograph of the planet, but I won't be able to see the people. And if I'm looking at the planet, I'd only be able to see one side of the planet anyway. So anyways, I digress. But there's no one digressing. I think finally, I would like to end this because 30 minutes is way too much time for me to be babbling like this. But anyways, I would like to finish up by actually speaking about Tim Kliss, who's very funny, another speaker of non-duality. And by the way, I don't perceive myself as a speaker of non-duality. I don't perceive myself. But last night I watched one of his videos and he said, oh, we're having some IT issues or something like that. And I'm flustered. I'm feeling flustered. And then he said, oh, I bet you always thought that it was the me that was flustered. He said, no, it's just being flustered. So it's not that you are angry. It's just anger. It's not you being sad or afraid. It's just emotions appearing. There's no owner of the emotions. And there's no sanctified matrimonial, no, not matrimonial, holy thought about who this might be without a me, because already there isn't a me. So whatever's appearing to appear right now is 8 billion people without a me. And I'm going to finish right there because I like ending things on a perfect thing. Peace, love. I missed it.